Welcome to Take a Side, the sports talk show that lets you, the viewer, choose our winners. Be sure to get on sided.co and post your arguments for the chance to stand atop the Sided leaderboard and take home a $25 Amazon gift card. Shout out to last week's winner, Bernard, for another win atop Sided's leaderboard. Now let's get into our first debate. 5 weeks into the NFL season, Cincinnati Bengals quarterback and number 1 overall draft pick Joe Burrow has had an eventful season thus far. Through 5 games, Burrow has thrown for 1,304 yards, 6 touchdowns, and 3 interceptions with an 86.3 passer rating. I'm joined by Jerome, Sweeney, and Dylan Funk to debate whether or not Joe Burrow is the NFL's Rookie of the Year through Week 5.
Yeah, I think without a doubt, so far a front runner I'd say would be Joe Burrow. And let's not forget we're also just 5 weeks into the season, so it's still quite early. But yet again, front runner, I have to give it to Joe Burrow. He's been absolutely impressive so far, playing just like a number 1 overall pick should be. Last college football season, perfect season, leading the LSU Tigers national championship, and then coming here to Cincinnati and turning a 2-14 team. Really quite around. Their record, I don't think quite shows exactly the impact he's made so far, but there's definitely been a culture change. He is the leader that the Cincinnati Bengals have been looking for quite a while, and especially without preseason games, I think. He was without those first 4 games in the preseason, so the way he's been playing so far this season, especially being the first rookie quarterback to throw for 300 yards in 3 straight games already in weeks 2, 3, and 4. I think it's been absolutely incredible, and right now I'd have to give it to Joe Burrow.
Yeah, I mean, I think, he's definitely, he's had a good, an inconsistent first couple of 5 weeks, after last week's performance against the Baltimore Ravens where they only, put up 3 points. But I think, Joe Burrow, you can't be a Rookie of the Year and, be on, you have your offensive line be taking 8 to 9 sacks a game, as we've seen in, 2 out of the 5 weeks. He's getting sacked a lot. So, I mean, it's a team sport. It's not just about Joe Burrow's talent, because if we're looking on rookie talent alone, Justin Herbert of the Los Angeles Chargers has, through one less game, has more passing yards than him, more passing touchdowns, the same amount of passing interceptions at 3, and he has a much higher quarterback rating than Joe Burrow through one less game. And unlike Joe Burrow, Justin Herbert has lost all 4 of those games, but he's lost to quality teams, and he's lost by less than 1 score.
So yeah, that again, you kind of touched on it too. Joe Burrow, his offensive line is definitely not helping him. I think they ranked 25th in the whole league, and kind of giving him time in the pocket to really try to make those passes. Giving the ball to Joe Mixon, AJ Green, Auden Tate, players like that. But you also kind of talked on Justin Herbert. I definitely would probably put him number 2, number 3, probably right behind Joe Burrow right now, especially after that game last night against New Orleans. I think he did everything he could to win that game for him. New Orleans tied the game, and it was a little over a minute or a little under a minute in the 4th, and Justin Herbert led him down the field, especially with that spectacular pass and catch from Mike Williams to really set him up for a game-tying field goal. And then Badgley just kind of doinking it off the post, really did him no favors. But, it's competitive. This rookie class, I think, this year definitely has talent, and it's not just at the quarterback position.
Right. And, yeah, I mean, going to that, I think, the best way to, groom rookie quarterbacks and other rookies in different positions is to have veteran leadership. And, another rookie that I think is right up there in the Rookie of the Year candidate race right now is Justin Jefferson, who's been playing behind Adam Thielen, who's, been one of the top wide receivers in the league. I mean, he's just been an absolute stud for the Minnesota Vikings. He's when Stephon Diggs left the Minnesota Vikings in the offseason, there was a lot of, doubt and whatnot about, okay, they need a receiver, what are they going to get? I think they hit a home run with Justin Jefferson. I mean, he's the second-rated rookie through PFF rankings so far throughout the year. So I mean, it's not just in the quarterback with Joe Burrow, Justin Herbert right now. There's this is one of the deepest rookie wide receiver draft classes we've seen in the better part of a decade. So there's Jerry Jeudy, Cortland Sutton. There's a lot of different young wide receiver talent out there in the NFL this year.
Yeah, definitely, for sure.
And then I mean, one more final candidate that I think could be in the serious contention for Rookie of the Year would be Clyde Edwards-Helaire from the Kansas City Chiefs. He is I think the fourth rookie in the NFL's history to run for over 130 yards and have a rushing touchdown in his NFL debut. But I mean, all those are just dark horses. I think, you know, it's going to, end of the day, come down to Joe Burrow and Justin Herbert. And I think, you know, since they both haven't won a game, they're both in a very similar spot right now. And I think, you know, Justin Herbert has a little bit more of an edge based on, you know, his team is a lot more put together than, you know, the Cincinnati Bengals, who have, you know, they have some defensive woes. You know, their offensive line is horrendous compared to the Chargers. So I think it'll definitely be a very, you know, heated race, but I think it's going to, you know, those two are going to be the breakaway candidates that, you know, really take the next steps and develop. You know, they're both going to have their breakout. I think Herbert's reached his breakout a little bit sooner than Burrow has, but it's going to be very interesting these next 12 weeks to see, you know, how those two pan out and how the Rookie of the Year race goes. That's all we got. Let us know and take a side who you think will be the Rookie of the Year.